people waking up from these, from the deception of these lies. See, you can't stop the Most High God from this truth getting out. These nations have spent billions of dollars to keep this truth from you. But the lies are up. Like I've been saying before, we ain't got nothing to gain out of this but what the Most High and what Christ is promising us. We got next, as the brothers say. See, this system, this wicked system is up. This wicked system, this so-called American dream is kaput. This American dream involved destroying the Native Americans and the so-called Negroes and Hispanics. The American dream was involved on your destruction. You built the country, but you can't get along. Your ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears to build this nation, to make it a great nation, and you don't have anything. You don't have nothing. In the scriptures, it says that a wise man will give an inheritance. What can you inherit to your children besides debt? That's because they took everything from you. And it's time for the truth. We're not going for your lies no more. Your fake image of Jesus Christ. We're not going for it. We know that in the Bible, Christ is a dark-skinned man. He was a black man. He's not Caucasian. He's not this dude. This dude is Caesar Borgia. That's who that is. Caesar Borgia. He was a wicked man. So why do you got him to be the greatest man to walk the earth? Why do you got him to be the greatest man to walk the earth? Because you a deceiver. You are a deceiver. And we're not going for your deception and your lies no more. We're not going for it. And these pimp preachers that teach you every Sunday to break the laws, that the laws are done away with. Give me Matthew 5:17. When we're going to find out what Christ say about the laws, because the lie is that the laws are done away with. Right now, your preacher in church is about to tell you that the laws are done away with. They're about to tell you that. And that's an abomination, because the Most High is a righteous judge. How's he going to judge you if there are no laws? What is he going to judge you on, your looks? How much money you got? No. He's going to judge you on your works and if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what he's going to judge you on. He's not going to judge you on how good you can sing every Sunday, about being first soprano or second alto, or how well you sing a solo, or how well you play the organ. He don't care about none of that. He care about if you following the law, statutes, and commandments, because he's a judge. He's a righteous judge, but will you listen, or will you listen to your pimp pork chop preacher that tell you to eat pork? That's why blacks got high blood pressure and gout and sickle cell, because we've done nothing but break the law, statutes, and commandments. That you need to come back to your God, written of in the Holy Bible. Not the one that they set up, but the true one. Read it.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. It states, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come to destroy, but I am not to come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled."
So that says until heaven and earth pass. Have heaven and earth passed yet? No. So it says not one jot or not one tittle or the law shall fail. So we still supposed to be following the laws. Christ even said, he said, I didn't come to destroy the law, but to fulfill it. And his fulfillment is that his garments will be cast for lots. That's the fulfillment of it, because his prophecy was written of in the Old Testament. Had nothing to do with doing away with the law. That's an abomination to teach the children of Israel to break the laws of God. Read on.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
That means you pimp preachers to tell your congregation to break the laws. It's talking about you.
And shall teach men, so he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
You ain't gonna be there.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
That's what we striving for. We telling you to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, because we want to be great in the kingdom of heaven. We want to be a part of that 144,000 that's going to rule with Christ. That's what we aiming for. We're not aiming for these riches on this earth. And you can't buy us. You can't tell us to stop coming here. We're going to keep coming here. We're going to keep coming all across Kansas City and all across America to tell the children of Israel to wake up and to get their identity and their culture back and to follow the God. This book is talking about you. And no, it wasn't written by no homosexual white man as the popular beliefs. This book was written before English. It was written in the Hebrew and the Greek. The Old Testament was written in Hebrew, and the New Testament was written in Greek before it came in English. And when it was brought to when the language was changed, it was done out of the 1611. It was done during the 1611s, because that's when the Bible was translated by King James, which was another black man.
Okay, the sun was in my eye.
That's why you see stories like Othello, a black man in that era. Because blacks ruled Europe, that's why they call it the Dark Ages. That's why they call it the Dark Ages. They're going to tell me that out of all the history, they left out this point. You lying. That's because all of the people that was ruling Europe was black. The Moors, they were Jews. That's who was ruling Europe. But they want you to believe a lie, because we don't pick up, not only we don't pick up history books, we don't pick up this Bible. And we find out that the Bible is dead on. Every prophecy and everything that's happening is happening right now. Now either this book is dead on or it's a coincidence. I'd rather believe the first. It's dead on. And it's talking about your culture. The word holy, Bible, all that means is books. It's books. So this is your book. That's all it is. That's all. They want you to believe it's something, a fairy tale or something like that. It's talking about you. It's talking about your culture. That's why you can put 10 blacks in one room and get 10 different answers. Because we lost our identity and culture. But the Bible speaks of it. It speaks that we will lose our identity and our culture because of our disbelief, because of that stiff-necked, hard-headed people. That's talking about black folks. Who you know more stiff-necked and hard-headed than us? It's talking about us. The same people that's in the book that wandered around in the wilderness for 40 years. That's us. There's no other people. Read that about the law again, because I want to bring this home.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men, so he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
That's self-explanatory. Your pimp preacher tell you to break the laws. They want you eating pork. They want you eating all of these abominable things that will swell up your head the size of a watermelon because it got poisons and toxins in it. You're not supposed to be eating shrimp. You're not supposed to be eating lobster and crab and crayfish. Yeah, we loved all of that stuff, but guess what? It added to our destruction. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I didn't chow down on Christmas time with chitlins. I loved them. But I found out we're not supposed to eat them, so I don't deal with it no more. Because the Bible says we're not supposed to do it. You get a preacher up here and tell me Show me in the Bible that that the law is done away with and Jesus Christ